I am back with director Michael Schultz. We are celebrating your life's work here on TCM. Thank you so much for being
Oh,
here.
it's great to be here.
So this next film is one of my favorites in your body of work. It's Grease Lightning from 1977, starring Richard Pryor. So in this film, we see Richard Pryor playing a character based on Wendell Scott, who was the first African-American professional race car driver, and he is married to Pam Grier in this film. And I understand that you were not originally slated to direct this film, which I didn't realize.
Not at all. As a matter of fact, I was developing a film for Richard. It was supposed to be his introduction as a leading man to Hollywood. And it's a little film called Which Way Is Up?
Which we're going to watch next week.
And so we're writing the film. I read in the newspaper, Richard Pryor signed to star in Grease Lightning. So I call him up and I said, Richard, what are you doing? You know? And he told me, well, I just want to be like Burt Reynolds, you know? And I said, okay, all right, don't mess it up. Well, this was originally directed by Melvin Van Peebles. And a couple of weeks later, I get a phone call saying, they fired Melvin. Will you come and finish the movie? And I go, oh no. So I look at the film and I thought Melvin was doing a great job. As a matter of fact, at least 50% of this movie was footage that Melvin originally shot.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I didn't want Richard to be in a failed enterprise before my movie, right? So I said, okay, all right. And Melvin was gracious in terms of handing over the reins to another director. It was basically an all-black crew. And they were going to walk in support of Melvin. And he introduced me in front of the whole crew, and he said, I want you to support this brother, this young brother, you know, and finish the film. And
what a wonderful thing for him to do, because there were not a lot of black directors at that time.
There was Melvin, and there was me, and there was Gordon.
Gordon Parks.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
So I take over the film, and we're in deep South Georgia. So Melvin picks this place because it's perfect southern environment, but the town was really upset that there were all these black people, you know, running around making a movie. And the sheriff of the town was the biggest bootlegger in the county. And they had a town meeting, and the sheriff, this was told to me, and the sheriff said, look, y'all be cool. They're gonna be out of here. You know, we're making a lot of money. Just calm down.
Wow.
You know? So we're making this movie about the bigotry against a black guy who wants to be the Jackie Robinson of racing.
Yeah.
In a situation that was just as bad. And so my first day of shooting, I got Pam Grier and Richard Pryor and Richie Havens, and we're in the little house. And the house was about 2 doors down from a gas station where they were working on cars. So every time they would hear me say action, they would rev the engines, they would make as much noise as possible. And so I finally got the crew together and say, okay, when I say cut, that's action.
You had to switch it around. Wow. Yeah. And you got it done.
We got it done.
Yes.
You know?
Incredible.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Michael. Let's take a look from 1977. Here is Grease Lightning. back with us to discuss Grease Lightning is the director, Michael Schultz. So this film has a really interesting cast. Richard Pryor, of course, is the lead, and his love interest, who was his love interest in real life, was Pam Grier in a kind of role that's really different from what we've come to know her for. What was it like working with her?
It was great working with Pam. She was so smart and so genuine as a person and as an actor. And their romance started on the film. And I thought it was the best thing that ever happened to Richard.
Yeah.
And then working with Beau Bridges and meeting Richie Havens
Yes.
was fantastic for me.
I think Cleavon Little turns in a really wonderful performance in this film as well. We know him from Blazing Saddles, but he
Right.
was someone who was really versatile as an actor.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What was it like shooting the race scenes?
It was hard.
Mm-hmm.
It was really hard. We were on real tracks, both in the old school racing and the more modern cars. And they took me for a spin, and I would not want to be be in there, but we had to figure out how to put the cameras and how much it would vibrate,
Yeah.
and, without the technology that we have today. So it was quite challenging.
Did Richard Pryor do some of his own driving?
Yes.
Certainly looks that way. This is
Yeah.
not some CGI situation.
No, he
Yeah.
did some of his own driving. Of course, the stuff where they run him off the road, we had stunt drivers in. We weren't going to let him kill himself.
Good. Yes.
But he enjoyed that part of it all.
Wow. This is an entertaining story, but there's also a story there about discrimination. And it's not as simplistic as fighting the odds of racism, but having the kind of belief in yourself and your dream that you're not going to let anybody tell you that you can't do it.
Exactly. Wendell Scott was brave. He was smart. He was faster than the other people. It took a certain amount of courage. You could have been killed. you know?
And they were out to get you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And that's what the movie's about.
Well, thank you, Michael. It's always such a pleasure to speak with you and to watch your films.
Well, it's great being here and being able to relive these stories again.
Well, you'll be back with me next week for more films that you've directed. But coming up next, we have Silent Sunday Nights. I will see you in just a moment.
Next on TCM, the symbol of the unconquered, then the magic flute, and later, the red shoes. TCM's Got Souls tonight.